Namaste, Kumar.
Namaste. I just saw your note that you're going to be in
Yeah,
you.
I decided to take this instead of that. Decided to take this.
Good.
Namaste.
Namaste. You're almost just a minute away. So it's 7 o'clock here, 4:30 in India. So let's get started. So please take a deep breath. Namaste, everyone. Purna. Okay. Take it away, Purna. And you can chant the entire chapter, fourth chapter.
Okay. And the Sikshavali, I'll do it at the end.
That is on June 20th.
Oh. Okay, give me a second. I'll just pull out the. योगेन चित्तस्य पदेन वाचां मलं शरीरस्य च वैद्यकेन योपाकरोतं प्रवरं मुनीनां पतञ्जलिं प्राञ्जलिराणतोऽस्मि आबाहुपुरुषाकारं शङ्खचक्रासिधारिणं सहस्रशिरसं श्वेतं प्रणमामि पतञ्जलिं श्रीमते अनन्ताय नागराजाय नमो नमः। अथ कैवल्यपादः जन्म ओषधि मंत्र तपः समाधिजाः सिद्धयः जात्यन्तरपरिणामः प्रकृत्या पुरात् निमित्तमप्रयोजकं प्रकृतीनां वर्णभेदस्तु ततः क्षेत्रीकवत् निर्माणचित्तानि अस्मितामात्रात् प्रवृत्तिभेदे प्रयोजकं चित्तमेकमनेकेषां तत्र ध्यानजम् अनाशयम् कर्मा शुक्ला कृष्णं योगिनः त्रिविधमितरेषां ततः तद्विपाकानुगुणानामेव अभिव्यक्तिः वासनानां जाति देश काल व्यवहितानामपि आनन्तर्यं स्मृतिसंस्कारयोः एकरूपत्वात् तासाम् अनादित्वं चाशिषो नित्यत्वात् हेतुफल आश्रय आलम्बनैः सङ्गृहीतत्वात् येषामभावे तद्भावः अतीतानागतं स्वरूपतः अस्ति अत्वभेदा धर्माणां व्यक्तसूक्ष्माः गुणात्मानः परिणामैकत्वात् वस्तुतत्त्वं वस्तुसाम्ये चित्तभेदात् तयोर्विभक्तपन्थाः न चैकचित्ततन्त्रं चेद्वस्तु तदप्रमाणकं तदा किं स्यात् तदुपरागापेक्षित्वात् चित्तस्य वस्तु ज्ञाता ज्ञातं सदा ज्ञाताः चित्तवृत्तयः तत्प्रभोः पुरुषस्य अपरिणामित्वात् न तत्स्वाभासं दृश्यत्वात् एकसमये च उभयानवधारणं चित्तान्तरदृश्ये बुद्धिबुद्धेः अतिप्रसङ्गः स्मृतिसङ्करश्च चितेः अप्रतिसङ्क्रमायाः तदाकारापत्तौ स्वबुद्धिसंवेदनं द्रष्टृदृश्योपरक्तं चित्तं सर्वार्थं तदसङ्ख्येयवासनाभिः चित्रमपि परार्थं संहत्यकारित्वात् विशेषदर्शिनः आत्मभावभावना निवृत्तिः तदा विवेकनिम्नं कैवल्यप्राग्भारं चित्तं तच्छ्रुत्रेषु प्रत्ययान्तराणि संस्कारेभ्यः हानमेषां क्लेशवदुक्तं प्रसङ्ख्यानेऽप्यकुसीदस्य सर्वथा विवेकख्यातेः धर्ममेघः समाधिः ततः क्लेशकर्मनिवृत्तिः तदा सर्वावरणमलापेतस्य ज्ञानस्य आनन्त्यात् ज्ञेयमल्पम् ततः कृतार्थानां परिणामक्रमसमाप्तिर्गुणानां क्षणप्रतियोगी परिणामापरान्त निग्राह्य क्रमः पुरुषार्थशून्यानां गुणानां प्रतिप्रसव कैवल्यं स्वरूपप्रतिष्ठा वा चितिशक्तिरिति.
Thank you, Purna. So, where did we leave? We left at, I think,
141. 140.
yes. So let me bring that up.
Page 5, if it helps, Kumarji.
Yeah. Got all this. Yeah, we're almost there. So we finished with 40. Paramanu, Parama Mahatmanta, Asya Vashikara. That's where we finished. So, who has been assigned this? 41 and 42. Ashwini?
Yeah, the
Okay.
name starting with A always. All right. Okay. क्षीणवृत्ते अभिजातस्य इव मने ग्रहीत्री ग्रहाण ग्रहेषु ततस्त तत्
Anjanata. Anjanata.
अज्ञातः समापत्तिः, isn't it?
Anjanata Samapatti.
In Sanskrit, it says Agnatah. Okay.
Anjanata.
Okay. Anjanatah
Anjanata. rather.
Samapattihi.
Yeah. That's what
So,
you say in Sanskrit also, Sanskritam also. Anjanata.
no, Nakara is not there, no? It's two
It is there.
Gna.
Ja. After Ja.
Agnataha. I don't know. I am reading it as Agnata.
Ajnataha. Ajnataha. Correct. Ajnata.
Agnata. Okay.
Hmm.
So when the expressions are weakened, expressions are I think it is vrittis that is weakened. This is in continuation of I think the previous sutras that said that being said. How the practice of one idea or one pointed focus will help us overcome the chitta vritti, and in continuation of that weakened kshina vritteyaha expressions abhignatasya abhijatasya born as a consequence of Born here, it says that the mind, which is weakened with all the expressions, um, is something similar to a crystal, which is clear, and it takes on the form of whatever color or whatever light, color of the light is expressed. And
Yes.
that stage is called samapatti, stage of samapatti. And there are two types of samapatti that will be explained in next two sutras.
Yes.
How
See,
long?
the previous Sutra 40 says, Paramanu Parama Mahatvanda Asya Vashikara. So he says there, actually, the previous, if you look at the previous 7 or 8 sutras, is about dharana, how you can pick anything that you want to come to a focus, to get to a focal point. So, so this is a continuation of that, saying that finally he says Paramanu, you can focus on the smallest. Parama Mahatvanta, it could be the biggest. You can focus on anything you want. And Asya Vashikara, it brings the focus. It gets you to that focal point. So this is a continuation of that, and he says it should, so that focus should be like Grahitri Grahana Grahyeshu of Eva Manehe. That's what he's saying here. Any questions? Okay, go ahead, Ashwini. Go ahead, Ashwini. We can hear you.
Ashwini is in mute.
I'm sorry, I was reading.
Yeah.
Tatra shabda artha jnana vikalpihi sankirna savitarka samapatihi.
Vikalpaihi
Samapatihi.
Vikalpaihi Sankirna
Vikalpihi.
Savitarka Samapattihi.
Yeah. So it is now asking, I think it is, if I'm not wrong, it is a gross body, moving from gross body to gross body actually. And there, when the word meaning and understanding are imagined from a mixed state, it is Savitarka Samapatti. Submerged concentration with deliberation, which means that you have still have a focal point, you still have um, can we say it is a japa here, or an object that we are focusing on, Kumarji?
Yes.
Okay. So
It could be internally you're bringing that focus, because the earlier from 34 onwards, Sutra 34 onwards, he said he picked various things and he said you can focus on any of those things. And
correct.
finally, he said it can be the smallest and it can be bigger. So that's what, that is that shabda. It could be a shabda, sound or vibration, or it could be a jada, anything.
Any object. And you in the class gave very good examples, several examples, and examples of a child which is playing with a toy, which
Yes.
is immersed in the activity. It is also can be called a Savitarka Samapatti, where the individual is engrossed with an object, or Sabija mantra with mantra in mind, and then engrossed in that mantra. That state, meditative state, is called Savitarka Samapatti.
Yes.
The third sutra here is Smriti Pari Shuddha Shuddhau. Smriti Pari Shuddhau Swarupa Shunya Iva Arthamatra Nirbhasa Nirvitarka. Here, when memory, as we have learned, is also evidence based, which is also a vritti, a form of vritti. When the memory has been fully cleansed and purified, which means that when you're in this meditative state, you do not have even the memory of any existence, and it has been fully cleansed, and you are in the form of that thoughtlessness. No mantras or no object is in the picture, and you have reached that stage where it also, like, swarupa, individual form, shunya, void, swarupa shunya, void of any form or even mantras, shabdas, whatever, similar to artha, meaning or intent, matra alone. The intent of meditation alone will take you nirbhasa when illuminated or experienced. When you experience this stage, artha matra nirbhasa, when the intent alone is experienced, it means that you have reached to a nirvitarka samapatti. This is again not the highest form of meditative state, if I have understood, Kumarji. You still can, this is again in the gross body stage. You have reached a stage of uh, no thought, no mantra stage of samapatti. I think you mentioned Buddha also reaching this stage, and he was happy with this stage and he stopped at this stage. But if you continue to go, you will see how after this stage of nirvitarka samapatti, you can reach furthermore, having reach the stage of samadhi. I'm sorry if I've not explained properly. This is my understanding.
Okay. So here, what we are saying is Smriti Parishuddha Swarupa Shunya Iva Matra Nirbhasa Nirvitarka. That is, we started Tarka. The word, the key word is Tarka. Tarka means logical analysis. Tarkam. Right? It's a logical analysis. So earlier we saw Savitarka Samapatti. Now we are seeing Nirvitarka Samapatti. Here also you have come based on Tarka. Based on some logically you're still analyzing something. And you came to this stage of Tarka. And now here the Tarka has stopped, has come to an end here. The Tarka has come to an end. That's why we are saying Smriti Parishuddha, with whatever you started, that has been cleared out. Memory, whatever with which memory has been cleared out, Swarupa, individual form, or whatever with which whatever you started, that seed with which you started has been cleared out. That's what he's saying, that Tarka, when the intent alone is experienced. So that this state he is calling as Nirvitarka. Any questions here? Okay, let's move on. Who's the next?
Badriji, I think he said he's traveling, and
Yeah, so the next two are. Yes, okay. He's not going to be here. I think he's not here.
I have dialed in, but what assigned to me 44, 45, 46.
Yes.
Okay. I have not yet prepared, to be honest.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, that's fine.
If somebody else can repeat those, or you want me to do
I
those
didn't-
only next week?
Yeah, we can do it next week, no problem.
Okay.
So the next sutra 44 is just saying, just like Savitarka and Nirvitarka, Savichara and Nirvichara states can be explained. So that's all next sutra is all about. So Badri will explain it in more detail next week. And 45 and 46 is about savichara state. Vichara, savichara, savichara, nirvichara. Vichara is deep reflection. Tarka is logical analysis. Here it is deeper reflection. Okay. So 46 finishes off says ta eva sabija samadhi. So that's what sabija samadhi is all about. Okay. Who's 47, 48? I think it is Padma.
Yes.
Okay.
Kumarji, before we go, will we discuss this three sutras when Bedriji is prepared?
Huh? What did you say?
Will we discuss the three sutras from 44 to 46 when Badriji is ready?
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
We'll discuss in more detail. Yes.
So,
Padma, go ahead.
yeah. 47 Nirvichara Vaisharadhye Adhyatma Prasadaha. That when the mind is devoid of, sorry, 1 second. When the mind is very much purified, I don't know how to say. So when the mind is very quiet and it reaches to a highest concentration levels, it will have more of more of uh, it can take the adhyatma prasada, means philosophical, what is it called, spiritual information can be taken. That much I
Actually,
know. I'm sorry, I
yeah.
can't tell you.
See, if you split if you look at the meaning itself, you will get the summary. Nirvichara, non-reflective meditation. That's what you are saying. Where it is, vichara is reflective. Savichara is reflective meditation. Nirvichara is non-reflective, meaning no seed is needed for that. That's what it means. And he is saying here, Vaishara Dehe, acquiring that skill or ability to do such a thing, to be in that state. Adhyatma Prasada. Adhyatma. Who is Adhyatma?
Ishvara.
Adi Atma. Who is Adi Atma? The oldest Atma. Is Ishvara. Ishvara. So, Adi Atma Prasadaha. It is his grace. So, for anybody to get into that state or nirvichara, or acquiring that skill to be in nirvichara, or ability to be in that state of nirvichara, is his prasada. It is the prasada of the divine, of Ishvara. Without his prasada, without his blessing, you cannot get into that state. So going back, maybe as far as Buddha was concerned, he probably got up to the savichara state. So only when you come to this nirvichara state, he's saying acquiring the skill of non-reflective. It also means you are just about to get into the state of samadhi. So this is the blessing of the divine. You understood?
Yeah. Going to the up to the state of nirvichara samadhi is the blessing of God. So you can be able to go up to nirvichara samadhi.
Yeah, the nirvichara state itself, to come to the nirvichara state, to experience the nirvichara state, you need the grace of the divine. Not that you did not need it earlier. Earlier, at least by practice and abhyasa, you can get up to sarvichara state. From sarvichara to get to the nirvichara state, it is definitely needs the divine's hand, divine's blessing. It's his prasada. Okay.
Is
Yeah.
there any characteristic that would differentiate between Samapatti stage and Samadhi stage? Like, it is, I think when we were studying also, I asked
Samapati
this.
state, there is no, in Samadhi state, a true Samadhi state is when you are able to place a question and you get an answer back.
Yeah.
The samyama. You should be able to do a samyama. That is the true test for a Samadhi state.
But you
Whereas,
get those
whereas for
sounds.
Sarvichara, Nirvichara, you don't have to, you don't necessarily have to have a question and get an answer back.
Okay. I mean, I think I asked this question when studying also, but after completing this as well, I'm little not clear in distinction between dharana and dhyana for the reason that when vrittis come to zeroed out, and when you think in that clear mind, you are tend to get answers. I don't know if it is Ishvara's prasada or the samadhi stage, or it is the result of working on your vrittis and then have that clarity of mind just to pick what is important, what is not important. You figure out answers for simple things.
Answers don't come from our intelligence. Savichara,
No.
sir, come on, Ashwini. We have spoken about this many, many times.
Mm,
Yes. I'm not talking about simple things like, oh, did I put salt? I'm not talking about those things.
mm, mm,
I'm talking about higher things.
mm. But again, nirvichara samadhi means that you don't even have a question. Is that correct understanding, Kumarji?
No, at these levels, there is no question, there is no answer. That's all I'm saying.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. Beyond that is when you place a question.
Mm. I'm looking
When
for
you
more.
get when you get onto the state of samadhi,
Mm.
you place a question and the answer comes back. There is a relevance, I'm saying. You place a question and the answer comes back. You place a question and the answer comes back. And you can you can iteratively do that too. We have seen that earlier. Dharma Lakshana Avastha. So you can take the Dharma Lakshana Avastha, that answer that has come, and you can do a samyama on that. Am I speaking Greek and Latin to many? So from Nirvichara is that, from there, that's where you go on to the state of Samadhi.
Shall I go to the next?
Oh, hold on 1 second. Let me see. Any questions? Purna, Ashwini?
I do have, but you gave me a litmus test on question and answers. Uh, Again, that also I'm able to understand, but the characteristic of differences, is it very distinct or is it overlapping kind?
Yeah, obviously it is overlapping. Obviously it overlaps.
Okay.
Obviously it overlaps. But that's what I'm saying. Distinctly, if we say I am in Samadhi, state of Samadhi, that means you already are already experiencing. It's not that all the time when you're in Samadhi, you have to ask questions and answers have to come back. No.
Mm.
But you must have the ability to place a question and to get an answer. That's when we say, oh, it is a state of Samadhi.
So you cannot deliberation does not work in samadhi stage for any human being. It's
Deliberation is gone at the state of Savitarka.
samadhi. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we
Yeah.
also saw that at the samadhi state, your samskara is disconnected. You are connected, 100% with Ishvara.
Yes. See, all these samskaras have already been quietened by the new sanskara with which you started, right? You started with the bija. You started with the source. It could be a mantra, or it could be an object on which you are focusing. It could be a lamp, whatever. That's how you started. And during that's the dharana process. You started on that, and slowly because over a period of time, the chitta understands that once you start chanting internally, I'm saying, a mantra or focusing on a particular object or whatever, it understands because of this constant abhyasa, it understands that you want to go into the state of meditation. So that seed forms a new program, new sanskara. And that sanskara quietens our sanskaras. It locks down all the sanskaras. When the sanskaras are locked down, there are no vrittis. When there are no vrittis, the chitta has a lot of energy to connect. I mean, this is the uh, logic, if you might want to call it. You've gone through this many times, correct?
Yeah. Yes.
Is
Thank you.
this
Thank you.
making sense, Ashwini?
Yes. Yes. Yes, Kumarji. Thank you, Mohanji, also.
So the sanskara,
Mm.
the new sanskara that has come, that is the one which is putting all the other. This is called, if you want, you can call it anya sanskara, new, a different sanskara. The new sanskara that you have deliberately formed, deliberately created, and you deliberately created through artificial intelligence. Because of this constant practice, sitting in one place, having the same environment and things of that nature over a period of time, it creates that program, and that is going to lock down everything else. So that's what Mohan is saying, that sanskaras are temporarily not existing for the chitta because a veil has been thrown on it, a cloak has been thrown on it, and it is blind to everything the chitta wants to do. And obviously, since the sanskaras are quiet, the chitta has nothing else to do. It keeps quiet. It has a lot of energy. I mean, it can do whatever. All the energies can be diverted towards connecting to the higher being. Okay.
The veil of Maya is removed, in fact, isn't it? It's a true self
Temporarily
of.
removed. Temporarily removed.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
We have to be very careful
Mm.
because that samskara is that Maya, right?
Mm. Mm.
So this new sanskara that we have created has put a cloak over it and has covered it. The moment you come out of this state, the cloak is taken off,
Mm.
right? Yes or no?
Yes. Yes.
Yes. So what happens? This big bag of sanskara, this cloak is thrown over it once or twice every day when somebody is doing is wanting to get into the state of meditation. It's being thrown on it a couple of times every day, and over a period of time, that bag itself is slowly shrinking. With me?
Mm. Yeah.
And yes.
This shrinking of bag and iterative process, I think one day Tammy had shown a good illustration. Like it is really beautiful, actually. It makes it very easy to understand. I don't know if it is already published in any books or anything, She said it was few years back that she wrote that, but I still remember that bag of sanskaras in through iterative process of Janma shrinking it. Tammy, thanks for that illustration. I just remember that instance.
Yeah. She put it out with those figurines. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Padma is restless.
Yes.
She wants to finish up. Okay, go ahead, Padma.
Restless. I'm just listening to it and trying to, catch
So
up
you
with that.
understood, right? So you understood Nirvichara, Vishara,
Nirvichara. Yeah.
Adhyatma Prasada, and how we got to this state, Nirvichara state. Okay?
Mm. Mm.
Yeah.
Yes. Then 48 says, Ritambhara
Ritambara,
tatra prajna.
Ritambara.
Ritambhara tatra prajna. So when in the samadhi, nirvichara samadhi, when you are in nirvichara samadhi and you are into that calm status and you are ready to take, the whatever the cosmic flow gives. So you will get that intuitive knowledge, or what is it called? Mm. You
Prajna.
are prajna. Yeah. So
So actually, that intuitive knowledge is not going to flow on its own, which is not given here. We are going to see that in the next chapter. So he has left it kind of open here by saying the intuitive knowledge flows. So if you think that intuitive knowledge flows on its own, no. It is flowing based on some of the questions that we have in our mind. So answers to those questions start coming in.
okay.
Okay. That is how that intuitive knowledge comes. That intuitive knowledge is what we call as prajna or wisdom.
Yeah, prajna. Oh, I was under the impression that you will get intuitive knowledge once you are in that state, samadhi state, nirvichara samadhi.
Yeah, see,
On its own, it will be.
intuitive knowledge itself means these
Hmm.
are these are pieces of information or knowledge, whatever wisdom that is coming based on some internally we have questions, right?
Oh,
Let us say, for example, this man, we saw this example. I posted this about this Texas fellow who drowned, correct? Young fellow. So let us say one of either his parents or his sibling got into that state. But inside this question is there, right? Why did my son die? Correct? Until then, there is no answer.
Okay.
So when they get into this state, because this question is so deep, the answer comes. What is the answer that is coming? What is the answer that is coming?
That
Padma?
he has that Ayu limitation is there. That's what.
Huh? Yes?
That age, it is being decided by his karma, earlier,
Ah,
prarabdha karma.
ah. And it is also possible when that knowledge comes, it may also show why that that karma happened 3 births back or 5 births back.
Yeah.
This is what that fellow did.
Mm.
Maybe he took a small kitten and drowned that kitten.
Oh, got it.
Or a puppy.
Mm.
Or a rat. People do this all the time, right?
Yes.
Don't we catch rats and put them in a bucket?
Yes.
Along with the trap?
Yes.
Ah. So what? So don't ask me what do we do with the rats? Do we pet them? Don't ask me that question. So that is what you have to do. That is the question. Those are the type of things that you have to get answers for. That's why many people will take the rat and take it to the field and set it off. But if you are living in a city, where is the field?
In Chinese
But how
society,
can we? Sorry.
Huh?
in
Yeah.
Chinese society, they say it's good to have at least one rat on your property, because that means that's a sign from the nature that your property will be prosperous. So we don't kill rats. We welcome them on our property. We are friends. About a few years ago, I made friends with rats. He just stood on his back leg like that and stared at me. And I was saying, shush, go away, go away. He didn't. He just stood there. And I was fascinated. I thought, my God, what does it mean? And then I read a few days later about Chinese, old Chinese society and having a rat on its property.
So some people don't like to have rat on their property because that invites snakes. Then you have to make friends with snakes.
Snakes actually eat rats.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. So if there are rats, you are inviting snakes. And if there are snakes, you are inviting eagle probably. Anyways, so we can go on and on. But so these are some of these things that you can get answers to. So these answers, Ashwini, are not through logical reasoning. It comes from above. So that's why I keep saying we don't have any intelligence on our own. All that intelligence is above us, not in the brain. Brain holds information. It doesn't have intelligence.
So every time I kill a moth, I have a thought in my back of my head. I mustn't do that because I may die because of that. But at the same time, I decide I must kill it because it's eating my cashmeres, my woolens. So I don't know if I'm acquiring a horrible death or whatever future, but I can't stop because of what it causes me, you know, to spend more money and buy. It causes me grief. So
Okay, let's move on here. 4950, I think I assigned it to Usha, right?
Yes, Kumarji.
Go ahead.
श्रुत अनुमान प्रज्ञाभ्याम अन्य विषया विशेषार्थवात्. So here this sutra explains that with special understanding, which calls as the prajna. Prajna is an intuitive knowledge. This is relative to knowledge from what has been heard. So it is beyond what you have heard and you have understood. Anumana is inference.
Yes.
So the prajna, that intuitive knowledge or prajna is beyond what you have heard or understood, and it will help you develop a special understanding of that your surroundings, vishesharthvat. Special understanding you get.
So here when we say surrounding, it's about the entire universe.
Sorry, yes. Your
Universal understanding.
world, universal understanding is, and that is something beyond what you have heard or understood.
Yes.
And that special understanding is called prajna, intuitive knowledge.
Yes. This Shruta and Anuman, or Shruta and Anuman, that is what you hear and what you infer.
What you infer, yes.
Yeah. So these are all in the domain of the self-intelligence, Ashwini's intelligence, Kumar's intelligence, what we call the lower level intelligence. Although there is nothing like that, even this has come from above, but all this analysis, etc., are done at this lower level.
Correct.
Then that Anya Vishaya,
Anya Vishaya, Visheshartva. That is a
has come
special
from
knowledge about surroundings.
Yes. Anya Vishaya, this has come from the Prajnabhyam. That
Okay.
Prajna, because the system went into silence. Because the new sanskara quietened, put a lock on our sanskara and let the chitta connect to Ishvara. And then, based on our questions, maybe our deep deep questions inside us, answers started coming in. That prajna, that intuitive knowledge, that's the quality of that is completely different. That's what he's saying. Prajna relative to knowledge, that quality of that is completely different from what we have heard and inferred. And logically we have analyzed and all. This is completely different, this knowledge. So when this knowledge comes, you don't have a question. Meaning nobody has to convince you that this is correct. Otherwise, normally we have to ask X, we have to say Y, we have to tell Z, hey, this is what I have arrived at, what do you think? Such thing will never be there. Once it is said, it is said. Once it comes, it comes. And it stays. That is the quality of that. With me, Ashwini?
Yes, Kumarji.
Okay. Go
So
ahead.
this sutra actually defines prajna is introduced in Sutra 48. So here it is more like elaborating what is that prajna.
So I have one question here, Kumar.
Yes.
In the earlier of the chapter, we read about the three of them, no? Inferences and then what you heard from others and
Yes.
pramana,
Vritti. Yeah.
pranama, pramana. No,
Hmm.
that is evidence-based. So why is that evidence-based missing here?
Why is that?
Evidence-based is
Ah.
missing here. Is not mentioned here.
See, even there, when you say pramana, then he defines pramana itself as pratyaksha anumana agamaha. Three types in pramana itself.
Part of that, okay.
So from there he has taken one part and he's saying here.
Agama isn't agama intuitive knowledge?
No, anumana is inference.
No, agama.
Agama is anything that has come from earlier knowledge from your head, from elders or from books. Earlier observations. That's what it means. Agama.
Okay.
So that itself, since it is in Sanskritam, the Agamaha, that's why they say by the rules of Agama, this temple has been built. What does it mean? It means 1,000 years back, 5,000 years back, somebody laid out rules. Oh, the temple has to be facing east, or it can be facing west, whatever. Okay. And this is how the Karpagraham, the Sanctum Sanctorum, this is how it should be constructed. So from how it was done 5,000 years back, this person like Patanjali Muni received it directly. He probably had that question. He went into Samadhi. He placed these questions and got those answers. And then he wrote it down as a document.
So for Patanjali Muni, it was prajna.
Of course.
And then afterwards, it became agama based on what people wrote it down
Agama,
and passed it
Shruti for the rest.
Shruta. Shruta. Right.
Because he started,
Okay.
he gave it, and then his disciples gave
Wrote it
it to
down.
their disciples, and so on, until they could start putting it on those palm leaves, and then it came out on paper.
In Sanskrit, I thought Anumana is doubts, not inference, right?
No, Anumana is
Anumana is inference.
Samshaya is doubts.
So, okay.
Anumana means inference.
Inference.
Samshaya is doubt.
Doubt.
Oh, okay.
Ashwini is a Samshaya character, full of doubt.
Is your Anumana.
Yeah, that
Based
is
on
my Anumana.
Always
Right.
Ushaji has a comeback, good comeback.
Yeah, we also need to have some lighthearted. We need to have some banter.
Oh God.
People, have you all understood everything? Chapter 1. Any questions here?
So without any shruta from others, your Anumana is that they have understood, Kumar?
What is that?
If there is no shruta associated with others, so will your Anumana be that they have understood?
See, this Anumana itself is a low-level intelligence. That's what I'm saying.
No, I was just telling it as a joke.
Yes. So when I say Ashwini is filled with questions, Shamshaya. So we are saying that is a low-level intelligence. It is not coming from above. Anyways.
Okay. I'll move forward. So the Sutra 50 is now trying to explain actually what happens when you go into the state of Sabija Samadhi, the impressions or the samskaras, which you started out with, and then when you got into the Sabija Samadhi, you would have developed new samskaras of meditation or calming your mind. And so these are the ones which have now confined or hidden, like you just now explained about putting a bag and covering the older samskaras. So these new samskaras are also getting confined. So tat jaha samskara anya samskara pratibandhi. So pratibandhi is confined or contained. So these new samskaras act in a way to contain or confine the samskaras with which you started out.
Yes, that's what I was
You explained just now.
sutras
Yes.
back. I was explaining that.
Correct.
When you constantly have this practice of meditation, it creates a sanskara. So here he is saying sanskaras, doesn't matter. So it has created a new program, and that is putting a lockdown on everything else, on all the other sanskaras that we have. That's what he's saying. Tajjaha sanskara, anya sanskara pratibandhi. This jaha is by becoming skillful in the new sanskara. Jaha is victory. In a way, you can also call it as having skills, having that kind of the new skill that you have developed is in such a way that it is as though you are victorious, because the earlier sanskaras which are giving trouble to you, which are preventing you from going into the meditative state, now with this new sanskara, the old ones have been put to rest temporarily or whatever, put to rest. That means you have developed that extraordinary skill with the new samskara. Tad jaha, that's why he uses the word jaha. I mean, born out of that. Okay, born out of this new samskara is this ability, ability to silence the old ones. Okay, there is one more sutra, I think. Right?
Yeah, 51 is there.
Yeah.
So 51 is the last in this chapter. So it
Yeah.
says, Tasya api nirodhe sarva nirodhat nirbijah samadhihi. So finally, what happens is the new samskaras are also getting quietened down. So you have no more the need to fix your mind on something and go to the meditative state. You are now able to go there automatically without any such support. And when the new samskaras, which helped you reach that earlier state of samadhi, now that also becomes not necessary, and that's when you reach the nirbija samadhi.
Yes. So how do we understand this? Because now we have gone up to the 4th chapter. So there is a big gap between Sutra 50 and 51. In Sutra 50, he says, Tajjaha sanskaraha anya sanskara pratibandhi. Right?
Yes. So there is an early
Then
sutra
now
of
he says, Tasya api nirodhe sarva nirodhat nirbija samadhi. Yeah, everything is
there is a
gone. Now
sutra of
he says,
sabija samadhi. From sabija samadhi to nirbija samadhi, there are some steps explained how to reach here.
yes. So at least let us say, with respect to 50 itself, there is a gap between 50 and 51. So if we look at that, how did we get to 51? So if you go back, if we connect to chapter 4, we saw a sutra on Dharma Mega Samadhi.
Dharma mega samadhi. Okay.
Okay. So up to 50, the sanskaras are still there.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, a cloak has been thrown over that bag of sanskaras that we have. And then when we come off this state, all those are active again. But as I was telling you earlier, as I was pointing out earlier, I said, this bag is slowly shrinking, I said. Right? Ashwini, you recall that?
Yes.
I said this bag of sanskara is slowly shrinking over a period of time. So that shrinking is what we are calling as Dharma Mega Samadhi.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Everyone okay?
Yes, Kumar.
So in 51, we have come to a state where everything is gone. That is, the samskaras have been wiped out. Since the samskaras have been wiped out, now there is no more need for any seed to get into the state of samadhi, right?
Yes.
Only as long as samskaras are there, it is preventing us from being in that state. So you must think of it like this: you are in a house. The TV is on, the radio is on. Somebody is playing. They have a big stereo that is going on. So much of noise in the house, and there is so much of things going on. People are talking. So for you to go into a state of to meditate, you have to shut all these things off.
Yes.
Meaning you have to go into a room which is all very quiet. Let us say you have a complete soundproof room. So you go and lock yourself into the room, then everything becomes quiet. You don't hear anything, correct? The moment you step out of that room, everything comes and hits you. This is the sanskara that we are talking about, our samskaras. The moment you come out of that state, the sanskaras are all hitting. Now, think of a house where permanently, like right now, I am by myself. There is no TV going on. There is no music going on. Nothing is going on. It is quiet all the time. So where is the need for me to go and sit in a soundproof room? Is it needed? I am in a soundproof room all the time, which means I am in that state all the time. I don't need a seat. With me? Meaning the samskaras have all gone off. They're all gone. With me, people?
Kumarji,
Yes.
Kumarji, I have a small doubt. In Nirpija Samadhi, you are saying all the samskaras are gone. That means no fresh samskaras are created.
Yes.
And
Yes.
whatever we have done, earlier samskaras, it is still there till we pay off them.
No, when we come to Nirbija Samadhi, all those old samskaras are all gone.
Mm-hmm. I just have a doubt. We have karmas also in that, isn't it? Because of samskaras, that karmas are.
What is samskaras? What is samskara?
That's all karmas are
Karma plus klesha plus
klesha, yeah.
vasanas.
Vasanas, yeah.
All three put together are samskara. So I'm saying, when you're in a state of Nirbija Samadhi, all of the entire samskara bag is gone.
Mm-hmm.
That means karma is gone, wiped out. Kleshas are wiped out. Vasanas are wiped out.
But sorry, but we, as I referred that Satimule Tadvipake,
Yes.
Vipako, then how is that related to this? Like once all the samskara, all the karmas and the kleshas and samskara vasanas have gone, then why are we again doing this? Like these things are prarabdha karma is coming into picture.
No. See, this is an introductory chapter. You don't. You should not think that this is the second chapter is continuation of Sutra 51. No.
Oh, okay, got it.
Yes. See, here he has introduced all these concepts, and then again, starting in chapter 2, is explaining again how in our fallen state, that is how he comes to that Ashtanga Yoga, what we can do to get to these states. Yes. Sutra, chapter 2, 3, and 4 is explaining to us how we can get there.
Okay. Thank you. Got it. I was just like sutras means all related one after another. That's what I was under impression.
Yeah, it is all related to one after the other. That is correct. But sometimes that relationship will be 15 sutras back.
Okay. Not continuation.
Yeah, there will be a string which will continue, which will go to the next one, but the reference could also be 15-20 sutras back.
Okay. Thank you. Got it.
Yeah.
Mar, you touched the question that I was going to ask. If we look at a top level, it would have been nice if the chapters were arranged like Samadhi, Sadhana, Vibhuti, Sadhana, and then the Kaivalya. Okay. I just wanted to know, you have any view why this was arranged this way? Samadhi, then Sadhana, then Vibhuti, then Kaivalya. Just a philosophical question.
See, this is an introductory chapter. First chapter is an introductory chapter to why he is talking about Samadhi in the first chapter is to bring you to kind of make you understand and develop that interest in you. What is this? Oh, what is this Samadhi? If you have to wait until the fourth chapter to know about Samadhi, maybe you will just lose patience of reading what are all the things that you have to do and you may run off. So
Yeah.
In the first chapter,
Badri, I
in
can I
Yeah.
can explain the other way. This is executive summary, then you have the process, then you have the implementation, then you have the benefits.
You have been on too many project management.
I mean, he's still doing project management. That's what I should think.
shall we
But I
move to
remember
the
this was what Kumar also told, that chapter 1 is like executive summary, complete in itself.
not the full thing. The first 4 sutras is the executive summary. Then
20
then it is
sutras
a
is what he
full
said.
then it is a full blown introduction. Starting Sutra 5 to Sutra 51, it is introduction. Introduction to what? Introduction to what are all the various things that he is going to discuss later in chapter 2, 3, and 4. With me, Badri?
Yes, yes.
In a way, he is showing in a nutshell what are all the various things he is going to touch on and what are all the things that he is going to explain about. All those things he is presented in chapter 1.
Okay.
See, because I have read chapter 2, 3, and 4, even when we discuss chapter 1, I'm giving a lot of information from chapter 2, 3, and 4. Otherwise, we should only gloss over this and understand that these states are possible and will. That is why today I pointed out how 50 and 51, there is a big gap between 50 and 51, and how Dharma Mega Samadhi nicely fits in between the two. Right? Everyone has fallen quiet, silent. Hello, people. I don't hear anything.
Listening, sir.
So, Dharma Mega Samadhi is fitting in beautifully between 50 and 50. None we can appreciate that. But I never brought in this concept of Dharma Mega Samadhi when we discussed chapter 1. Right? You didn't hear about Dharma Mega Samadhi until we got to chapter 3 somewhere. I think he mentions as part of Dr. Rajan's notes somewhere he mentions about Dharma Mega Samadhi. Chapter 3 or somewhere in early chapter 4. Okay. Any questions? All right. Let's
Sir?
go. Yeah.
Yeah, my question is regarding the boy who died in that swimming in water accident. He died because of in previous birth maybe he put some kind of animal in the water. Because of that, the animal died, and he got this kind of death in this birth. But what is now parents are suffering because he passed away. So what kind of karmas parents did to get this kind of problem?
What kind of karmas? His parents.
Parents did to get this kind of problem at this age.
This is putra shoka, right? This is putra shoka, that is losing a
Son.
Losing a child. So what they did in their previous birth, I don't know. I gave this example of rat or whatever, just like that I gave. So what he did, I don't really know. He could have even drowned a young child. We don't know. This boy, correct? So similarly, his parents, what they did, I don't know. If they took somebody's child and let us say they killed somebody's child. See, any living thing is a child of somebody, right? Huh?
Yes, sir.
So if they had killed, then they have to know how a person would feel when their own child is killed. So they are getting that experience now. Bhogaha. Satimule tadvipako jati ayu bhogaha. Experiences.
Mhm.
Padma mentioned the sutra
Mhm.
while she was explaining something. While she was explaining her part, she mentioned the sutra. Satimule tadvipako jati ayu bhogaha.
Both.
The various experiences that we go through in this life is reflective on Satimule tadvipako. That is fruitioning of the karma.
Mhm.
And that karma fruitioning, and that karma, how was it formed? By what we did in our earlier births, correct?
Yes, sir.
So this experience that a parent is getting is because of what they did in the previous birth. That is why that is why there is when Brahmin is killed, that is the worst thing of all. I mean, there is nothing like a good murder and a bad murder, but that's why they will say Brahmahatti.
Brahmana Hatya Brahmahati.
Brahmahatti.
Pramanam.
My mother, when she is highly irritated by my behavior, constantly, I used to irritate her. Maybe as a child meaning 12, 13, during the teenage. When she can no longer tolerate, she will say, Brahmahatti, go, get out of here. Go and play. Go. So, much later, when I was in my 60s or late 50s, one day I asked her, do you know what is the meaning of Brahmahatti? She didn't know. Then I told her this is the meaning. One who kills a Brahmin. So they use that word to say that what you are doing to me is like committing Brahmahatti. It is like that kind of suffering that I am having now. That is the meaning of that. See, please understand, Brahmin means, I am not talking about Brahmin caste, please. I am talking about a Brahmin as Varna Dharma. One who is connected, one who can get into that connectivity with the divine. He doesn't have to be, he can be connected because of technology, he can be connected because of science, he can be connected to the divine through medicine, biology, zoology, what doesn't matter. They are all Brahmins. Only thing they don't know that whatever they are discovering and things like that is coming from above. Though some of them knew, like Einstein kept saying this all the time. Many scientists have said that. But their number is small because basically scientists are rationalists. Anyway, any questions before we get on to chapter 2?
Kumarji, I have a question.
I can barely hear you.
I have a question about this guy. He killed somebody in the past, rat or cat or whatever it is. So are you saying that whatever we do in the past, same thing happens to us?
We can't hear her.
Yeah.
No, if you kill somebody in the past birth, same thing will happen to you. That's what her question.
Past births, past janmas.
Yeah, past janma.
Yes. It need not be just the earlier janma.
Okay.
We don't know how the karma fruitions, right? See, whatever karma that I'm undergoing in this birth is not directly reflective of earlier earlier birth. It could be from the 30th birth that I took.
So,
Out of the 100 births that I took, it could have come from the 30th birth, some of it. Some
so
of it could have come from the 50th. We don't know how that, which part of the karmas were picked up. We don't know.
that's, I understand that part. But what
Yeah.
the question is, I stole the money from somebody. So somebody will steal the same person will steal the money from me. This life.
Yeah, money will be stolen from you. Our Priya
Yes,
is doing
I'm the best example. I'm about to say
that.
I'm the best example. I didn't understand that concept. I was fighting with the concept. I didn't do anything. Why he took my? It's not like less money. It is like crore around. So what happened? Why it is happening? Uh, Ashwini explained it. I still remember Ashwini. The same thing in this morning. I remember during September or October, the pattern will repeat. You need to understand. I was upset with everything because I didn't understand the concept. I don't know what, but it happened to me. Now I am laughing. Okay, fine. Whatever happens, let it happen. Yeah, that's the best example. Because I stole some money from someone else, right? That's why I'm suffering this. I'm going through this one. Wow. Yeah, that's what it happens.
So Sashi's question is there a correlation of bad action giving same bad action? A bad action can give you another bad experience, but are they exactly one-to-one? Is that, I think, her question?
The thing is the
It is like, see,
pain.
karma theory, it's like the theory says, what you sow, you reap. Okay? And many times over. It follows, I mean, it's along with it is attached this. And many times over. Meaning, if I put a mango seed, if I plant a mango seed, do I get only one mango from the tree? I get many mangoes, right? So if I had planted a good seed, if I had done a good deed, then I'm going to be benefited many times over in the next janmas or whatever. Okay? And that's probably what you see, maybe in terms of, if you just take only the financial part of it, very, very rich people are there. We don't know what they did, what good deed they did in the earlier birth. But remember this very clearly. Just because a person has extraordinary amount of money does not mean that person is happy. Please understand this clearly. Look at it is a very easy to look at people like that. Look at the Ambanis. They are rolling in wealth, right? But look at their son. He has got some kinds of big disease he has. He's huge. They are trying to do all kinds of parihara. Has anything happened? Do you think the mother is happy? Nita Ambani, is she happy? Is Mukesh Ambani happy? They may be sporting a smile. I'm sure it is affecting them. Can money buy that happiness?
No.
Their money is not able to buy happiness, right? They would be very happy if they can throw some few hundred crores of rupees, millions of dollars, and if they can buy that happiness, they would be happy to do that. But money cannot buy it. Because only understanding can buy it.
Ishwar does not give everything to one person.
Ishvara did not give everything to one person.
Yeah. No, he gave. He has given everything to everyone. What is that? That is why we said satimule tadvipako jati ayu boga. Boga
he gave.
Means experiences. We have taken that word experience and then we added a prefix to that. What did we say? Bad experience. Good experience. That is why Patanjali Muni very carefully has chosen that word bhogaha. We have made it into good experience, bad experience. If only I understand that as experience, then everything will be an experience. I may be the smartest person, and I may beget a dumbest child, right? But if I understand this as an experience, then I will not suffer. Same thing with Nita Ambani and Mukesh Ambani too. If they understand this karma theory very well, understanding meaning very deeply, not at the superficial. If you are at the superficial level, most Hindus know this karma, they will say. And that is why when it comes to them, they are not able to apply. So they are struggling, right? They're unhappy about this problem for the son. I don't know why I got into this. Oh, you asked me this. You asked me the question, Madhavi. Or Shashi asked me this question about whether
Somebody kills somebody, same thing.
whatever happens in the previous birth, will it come in the same way? May or it may not. We don't know. But what is important is the pain that we gave the other person. It will come same amount or multiplied many times. It will come. That is how it works. Because if you plant one seed, you get so many mangoes, and over so many years it gives that yield. It is not 1 year. It is not just one yield. You get thousands of yields before that tree dies. This is a good thing. This is a good deed. Nice, lovely, very sweet mangoes or apples, whatever. Think of you planted a thorn, a seed which has a plant which is full of thorns. Is it work? Does it come with one thorn? Comes with millions of thorns. And every time somebody moves around that place, they get hurt. And if I planted it, I myself get hurt many times. And I chop it off, it comes back again. So that is what is karma theory. What you plant, what you sow is what you reap, and many times over. If it is good, many times over. If it is bad, many times over. But if you can take the sweet mango and the thorn both as an experience, then you won't suffer. You understand, Shashi? Is everyone understanding what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And one video I saw, I will just take 1 minute. Bhishma Pitamaha, in his last days, he was lying on the arrows. That one is I saw in a video. Just I'm telling you sharing that information with you. In his last days, he was lying on the arrow's bed for a couple of days. That is because in his previous birth, he was a hunter. Then, while going into the forest, he saw a snake. Then he thought, okay, let me. The snake was on his way, so he removed that snake and threw it just right side or left side. Then, without knowing him, that he just tossed it, and that snake fell on thorns like needles, and it got completely hurt, and blood was bleeding out. Because of that only he got in this janma, that dying on the instead of thorns, he died with the arrows, sleeping on the arrows. That is how they connected it.
Yes. I mean, what I'm saying is in this, so a pain and a kind of an experience Similar to that is going to happen. It can come as psychological also.
Mm.
The psychological pain is equally bad. Nobody can say it is anything less. It can literally squeeze the heart. I mean, I have gone through this myself, so I know. It will be like a heart attack every day. That kind of squeeze.
I have a question here, Kumar.
Yeah.
See, PYS is very clear that my actions affect only me. As in my earlier Janma or later Janmas, the karma is restricted to me. It doesn't actually affect my children. But then there is a common idea, or it's said that there are certain actions. They say that if you do this, it will affect 7 generations. That you should not indulge in some kind of cheating or whatever it is. It's going to affect your next 7 generations or whatever.
Like Kanyadan.
So how does that? What Kanyadan? In what context? I didn't understand.
Like if you do like girls Kanyadan, 10th generation they will go to Swarga, they say, but that is not true. Sir told me
Not
long
for
back.
Swarga, not that. No, there are certain bad actions which have effect on your children. Like, if you,
Pitru
I think,
See,
yeah,
that
no,
is
that is.
Yeah, that's
misunderstood.
what
That
it
is
is.
that is
Shraddha.
So there is
misunderstood.
nothing
See
in the PYS.
how we should connect. How we should connect all these things is
Vijay.
how are children born? We saw this. When their karma matches with my karma, only then they will be born to me. Correct?
Yes.
It's
Is there
beautiful,
no
even astrology, when you see the parent and child, uh, horoscopes,
Yes.
you will have
Yes.
a correlation
Yes.
independently, even if you see the chart.
Yes.
There is a pattern, or it follows, like, it didn't, it's I think what Kumarji is saying is also, like, as a student of astrology, I have seen, including my own family's thing. My husband is a Simha Lagna, my daughter is also Simha Lagna, and my mom's Rashi and my second daughter's Rashi is all same, and I see the same patterns. And like, whenever there is a match of karma, that is when you are like born in that family, or the lineage. So I mean, I don't know if it makes sense.
Yeah, of course. Makes sense. So there are so many chittas hanging above. We have seen this. We have spoken about this many times. The chitta comes into takes a body in a family only when the karmas match. So, but Usha's question is slightly different. She says, let's just say in this birth I have committed a crime. And then she says, for 7 generations, the children, grandchildren, great grandchildren, all those people will suffer
Yes.
the consequence of what I have done. The way we have to look at this is, I want to use this example just for an example. Let just Karunanidhi, the chief minister, the ex-chief minister of Tamil Nadu, he was a pauper. He didn't have even money to buy the meal. Next meal he didn't have money. Very poor upbringing. I mean, they were Telugu people. His parents lived. He was born in Andhra, and his parents lived in Andhra Pradesh, Telugu people, and then, but they were musicians. Musicians meaning, I think they used to perform um,
Nine.
dramas and things like that on the streets and things like that. So they used to visit Tamil Nadu every year during there used to be a festival season. During the time they will come and they will perform, and most of these festivals took place on the banks of the river. So when Karunanidhi was very, very young, they used to do this, and then they will go back, stay here for 1 or 2 months, and then they will go back to their village in Andhra. At one point of time, when they came here, they did not go back because of some difficulty in Andhra. Some difficulty was there, so they didn't go back. They stayed back in Tamil Nadu itself. That's how he grew up in Tamil Nadu. And then, because the family was so poor, he used to take these posters and stick them on walls, and he used to get paid for that. That was when he was, I think, a teenager or whatever. And then he also used to write. He had a good hand. He had good handwriting. So one of those political parties at that time, the Dravida Kazhagam, I hired him because he had a good hand. So they had some big vasanam to write. So he will write those words on the wall. He will paint those things on the wall. And then slowly, as he was writing, he started reading that, understanding what it was being said. And anyway, over a period of time, he became part of that political outfit. And then they won an election, and then he became a minister. And slowly, his standard of living increased. But from the time he won the election, or even during the election, he did all kinds of adharmic activities to win the election. Not only for him, but also for the party, for all other candidates. And then he became a minister, and that is when Tamil Nadu started a new chapter on how to get bribes without people noticing, or even if people notice it, they will not, there is no way of booking these fellows. That kind of very scientific kind of taking bribes. So he accumulated enormous wealth. He has what, 3 children, I think, 3 or 4 children, 3 wives, 5 or 6 children. And anyway, the final wife, the third wife, the second wife, through her 3 children, and the last wife, through her 1. So these 4 are well known. So his children, they grew up in wealth, because by the time they were born, he had a lot of money. So to them, they saw only wealth. They did not see how their father made wealth. And the father also helped them with how to make money in all adharmic ways. Because adharma became dharma for that family. Now, the now the grandchildren and great grandchildren are there. So to them also, the adharma is appearing as dharma. So one act by Karunanidhi, now how many generations are affected? We are already seeing 4 generations. So all these 4 generations, are they not going to suffer later on? Because they are using this adharmic money, and they are into lots of adharmic activities themselves. So do you see this connection, Usha? This is what I'm saying.
Yes, Kumar, but that is a little complicated example, because I have a different opinion there, but that I will not confuse now in this session, because I have a different way of reading some of these events or people and their karmic bag. I mean, what they their actions and their behavior in this life.
That's
where
what I'm
we
saying.
see. And
See, how a parent, let us say my father has committed a murder. And because of that murder, I have benefited, let us say. And blindly not accepting this, I take that benefit. Obviously, it is going to be a problem. Or my father, let us say, has ill-treated his parents. And I take it in. Then I ill-treat my parents? Or I ill-treat some other, my wife's side parents? So this might happen. This might happen because this is the learning that we are taking from parents.
I had an implied question to Dr. Rajan about the similar concept, Ushaji. The thing is, Pitrudosha is something that is inherited from your ancestors, and he implied that Madhyanika, that is Yagna Karya during afternoon, this thing. That tradition helps in calming down the spirits in the spirits realm. Okay, so this is my implied answer to the question is that uh, karya is whatever karma karya that we do, that is after death of our ancestors, is essential or important. Now, I have not grasped the complete subject or the gravity of the subject or the breadth of the subject, but I feel that it is something related to that. Like, not only you are making way for the ancestors to pass on to the next realm by taking part of the karma, but also the Pitrudosha can be reduced to an extent by doing certain practices. But I might be misleading, or my understanding is very limited in this subject, but I need to dig further into this.
Again, any mechanical things is not
Pariharas.
going to yield any result.
Correct.
Okay, if Madhyana Sandhya Vandana, Madhyana,
Kumarji,
Madhyanika.
Madhyanikam, that's what they say.
Kumarji,
What about non-Brahmins? Hold on 1 second. What about non-Brahmins? So this is only for Brahmins?
I could not ask the continuous questions after this.
So actually, this Madhyanika, whatever practice is there for everybody. So it is not that you have to do the especially whatever is part of the Madhyanika. The main part is there is a place where you give to Pitrus. In every Sandhya Vandana, there is a part where you invoke the Pitrus and you you give some you kind of give prayers to them. That part is very important. That can be done by anybody. But all these things, when will you do? When you understand. When you understand, then you go through the experience, right? It doesn't touch you. There is no suffering. When is it? See, only when it is a suffering, it is a problem, right? Then we run here, we run there. When it is not a suffering, then there is a very great understanding. Yes. Sashi, you wanted to say something. Okay.
Can't hear. No, she's here.
He's saying something, but I can't hear.
Why we that say according to that karma, they are born in that family, Adani family.
Correct. Yeah. According to karma, they are born in the family, yes. But what Usha is saying is, if I commit something bad, it affects 7 generations. So what I am telling is, those 7 generations get affected because the 7 generations, how are the children born in the 7 generations? They are all hanging out. Those chittas are hanging out. And those chittas have committed similar, they have karmas matching this family. So that's how they are born.
Okay, got it.
Understood? Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
Kumar. Yes.
So, did I assign any of these sutras to anyone?
No, that's it. Ushaji is the last one for today's.
We started with A and ended with U.
So, who was asking? Oh, so this sutra, tapaha swadhyaya ishvara pranidhanani kriya yoga. So if you look at this sutra is Padma, this sutra is not connected to 151. But indirectly it is connecting, meaning, how did I even get to that state of nirvichara? By doing all this. Tapaha, swadhyaya, ishvara pranidhani, ani kriya yoga. So although he's explaining what is kriya yoga, but I got to that state through this, through kriya yoga. That's how we should connect it to that connect to the previous sutra. With me?
Yes, Kumarji, I got it. Yeah.
You understood, right? So it may not be direct reference, it could be an indirect reference. Patanjali Muni is such a wonderful teacher. He has given a lovely introduction. And then he knows this introduction will enter through one ear and it will go through the other ear. So again, he is going all the way back and starting from the beginning. That's why in the first 4 sutras, the Badri brought it up last week. If you understand the first, forget about the first sutra, second, third, and fourth, those 3 sutras, if you understand deeply, you don't even have to study the rest of the sutras because it encompasses everything. Because 99.99999% of the population cannot do that, then he has given a bigger introduction. So if I can understand everything through this introduction of the first 51 sutras, then I need not go through the 2, 3, and 4 chapters. I would have understood everything. I would have got, I could have gone into dharana, dhyana, samadhi by myself, placed questions, got answers, everything. Because we are not there, we need to go through 2, 3, and 4th chapter. Okay? And here he's restarting, saying, oh people, you did not understand whatever I told you fully. You understood something. So here it is, Kriya Yoga. And he's explaining what is Kriya Yoga. And then he's saying, why do we do Kriya Yoga? He says, the intention of Kriya Yoga is to attain Samadhi. Right? So the first chapter ended with Samadhi. This is how you connect. So the intention of Kriya Yoga is to get to Samadhi with the understanding that this body with all the kleshas is just an instrument, nothing more. It is just an instrument with all the kleshas, and we have to use this instrument to get rid of all the kleshas, burn away our samskaras. That is why this body, that is why we have been born. That's what he's saying in the sutra. So use this body as an instrument. And this instrument has got a lot of kleshas. And these kleshas, is it only this in this birth that I have kleshas?
No.
No. I got klesha right in my first birth. And the chitta has been coming and going and coming and going again and again. And we want to end that cycle. So that's what he's saying in the sutra. And then because he used the word klesha, he used this word impurities, then he is defining what these various kleshas are. So I'm going to stop here. And then I will assign all these sutras for next week. And I think assigning sutras, I think, is good. I'm seeing that the understanding is deepening. I don't know why I didn't assign all the rest of the sutras. But anyways, Sri Lakshmi, you have to wait until next week. She's been waiting since last week. Is she here? Okay. Sri Lakshmi Parsi. I assigned some sutras to her.
She's here, sir.
No. But she's not talking. Only you are
She's
talking.
here.
Anyway, good mother. Maybe she is only hearing, she cannot talk. Maybe she's outdoors, maybe. All right. So we will stop here. Any questions up to this point? Any other? We have time. So let's, I'm going to throw it back to Padma. Padma, go ahead and explain about this Texas fellow. Unfortunate death of this Texas fellow.
Actually, I've explained in that writing itself, write up. I don't know what more I need to explain. I don't know really.
You don't have to explain. Are there any questions on what Padma has presented?
So one way, you can interpret why he died. But the other way of looking at it is that those three are the whatever number of people were rescued. You can look at from that point of view that Ishvara was able to get somebody to rescue them. There are two parts to that, right?
That is
So
the
you are
karma
looking
of
at
those people who were rescued. So see, they for their jati ayu bogah ayu part of the people who were rescued. Their ayu was not to end on that day. So they were. But his ayu finished on that day. Right? Yes. Do you understand, Padma?
Yes.
There are
Yes.
two ayus involved. In ayu of the rescuer and the ayu of the rescued.
Rescued. Yeah.
So the ayu of the rescued did not end on that day, so they all got rescued. But the rescuer ayu ended on that day, so he died. And his karma was, he must do this karma
to do, yeah.
to die. Correct? in your last sentence, you have said all good deeds, punyas, lead to happiness,
Mm.
and apunyas, bad deeds,
Mm.
lead to sorrow.
Yeah.
For who is this applicable? So, these good deeds and bad deeds are experiences, correct? Bhoga, right?
Mm.
Yes or no?
That yes, bhoga.
Yes.
Yeah, it is applicable to everyone, not to this person or whatever we do. I took it in a generalized way, and then
Correct. Even
so we have
generalized
to do
way,
good
to
To the
which
group.
to which group of people is it applicable?
to everyone.
I think she means the
As it is
doer.
a
The
karmic.
doer.
No, it is applicable only to sadharana. Only the bloody sadharana will say good experience, bad experience.
Correct.
Will a yogi say that?
Yogis, only few people. For them, all these things are not, doesn't matter.
Correct. That is why we have to be very clear in what we write.
Okay, I'll take
Yogis
note
are
of
also
it.
people, right?
People, but they are above everyone, isn't it? Like at least a common man, as you said, they're above
That is why we
us.
have to say, that is why we have to say,
And
this
no.
good.
What I mean is, sorry, you are not bringing yogi into our picture. We are talking about our own, like we
No,
are
we have to,
talking, as you
Regular
said,
people.
common people. So I
no,
mentioned in that.
no, we have to say,
So can we
all good
do you
deeds.
think we should say that specifically that is exception to the yogis?
Yeah, you have to say all good deeds lead to happiness and apunyas lead to sorrow only for sadharana, only for common people.
Mm.
For yogis,
Mm.
there is nothing like good deed and bad deed or punya and apunya, correct? We have seen that many times.
Mm-hmm. But that's what she meant.
Hmm?
But that's what she meant. She
Yeah.
didn't exclusively tell that. That's what she meant.
That's not good enough. You have to exclusively say that.
Ah.
This is for sadharana people. Only then it will hit the sadharana. In this group, there are sadharana. So only then it will
Then
hit
you
the
have to
sadharana.
explain who are the sadharana people. I'm just saying, I'm just asking you. Then you have to explain who are the sadharana
No, sadharana
and
we
give a
know.
description of them.
No, you don't have to give. So see, sadharana we know. This is, so you have to say this is applicable only to sadharana. It is not applicable to the yogis. Yogis may be 0.1% of population. It does not affect.
Yeah.
So I would add to that, Padma.
Yeah.
If your purpose is going from point A to point B, let's say in a train or a bus, some people may get first class, some people may get reserved, some people may get general compartment. And a guy who is very particular about only the purpose, he doesn't care. He just gets into the train and whatever is available, he will go. He doesn't worry for, well, oh, I didn't get a first class. That's what I think Kumar is also saying.
Okay.
Okay. So if so, how? So there is a potential for all of us to become yogis. Should we make use of that or not?
Yeah, we can make.
We should avail that, right?
Yeah, that's why we are in this satsang.
But so what I'm saying is, when we are wanting to avail of that yogi characteristic in us and become a yogi, then these things should not matter to us, whether it is bringing good experience or bad experience. It is an experience.
Mm.
We have to stop labeling things as good and bad. See, that's why I told you. He says Satimule tadvipako jati ayu
Ayu.
bhoga.
Hmm.
He has not said punya, punya and all that there. Bhoga. Experience.
Hmm.
So which means as a student of Patanjali Yoga Sutra, we have to stop this. At somewhere we have to stop saying, "Oh, I'm having a good time. I'm having a bad time." All that has to stop somewhere.
Okay.
But we are so used to this terminology, we will say, "Are you having a good time?" Right? So that's why when somebody says, "I'm having a bad time," I say, "Good." And they, so one day in that bad time, one can wake up. See, last week, I mean, I published this in our group saying that I spoke to a person. I was supposed to speak only for 5 minutes. Then I spoke for over an hour. And that has made a huge impact on that person. And today I followed up. And that person said, "You gave me a clear prescription. I am following it. It is tough, but I'm following it. Till today, everything is fine." So when I say, she says, "I gave a prescription," I'm only a tool in that process. Please understand that very clearly. It does not come from my intelligence. It came from Ishvara. It was given to this person. So that's why at every instance when I get a chance, I'm saying this: good time, bad time, everything has to become an experience. In bad time only we can wake up to the divine's ways of living. We can get that connectivity with the divine only in bad times, not in good times. Show me one person in this history who in great joy he finally found the divine. No. After finding the divine, he may be in great joy. That's a different thing. Okay, we'll start with Sutra 3 next week. 1 and 2 we have covered. So we'll start with 3 next week. Any questions? So you understand from Padma why I am very specific on certain things?
Yes, next time onwards I'll follow it. Yeah.
I mean, not while posting.
No, it's
internally. I'm saying internally you must, everybody. When I say I'm Padma, it's for everybody in this class. Internally, that must register. This is an experience. This is an experience. This is an experience. This is an experience. Don't label it. When you label it, you are finished.
Got it.
He is good. He is bad. This is nice. That is not nice. This labeling is done by our kleshas. This is evil. This is good. This is black. This is white. That's what we do all the time, right?
Okay.
So now don't quote me and eat all kinds of fatty food and say that is also good. Okay. So, don't eat junk food. See, the way we have to look at it is some foods suit our body, some foods don't suit our body. We have to find out on our own. Like Dr. Rajan will always say, he eats enormous amount of sweets. He says it suits him. Mm. He won't eat onion because he says it doesn't suit him. Onion, garlic, he doesn't eat because it doesn't suit him. Mm. If it suits, fine. And once I asked him long back, how do you find out? He said, see, after eating garlic, if your breath smells garlic or onion, if your breath smells, that means it is not suitable to you. Especially garlic. It will not only with the breath, it also in the excreta. So then, even in the sweat that is coming out, you can smell that garlic smell will be there. Onion too. That means it is not suitable. With me, people? You understand?
Can I tell a funny story about garlic and Dr. Rajan? Kumar, you were at this retreat that I went. Oh, maybe it was the second time at the same place. And when I went like the night before, I ate garlic and I was like, no, it won't matter because it's like a long time before I'll be there. And so we get to retreat and Dr. Rajan, it's time for yoga. And like we just arrived, all of us just got there. So it was really hot in Florida. And we're sitting, he calls me to sit near him, like for the class, and all of a sudden I start sweating because it's so freaking hot in Florida. And all of a sudden I could smell the garlic. I don't know that I ever smell garlic on me, but sitting there with him, and I could see him smelling the garlic, which he probably smelled it, which made me smell it. But whatever, yeah, it was pretty funny, but that was definitely a learning experience. And, there's like this quiet embarrassment that, no, he doesn't say anything, but it's a communication that happens. But anyway, I did want to share that. It was funny.
Maybe around that time only, he probably also spoke about this sugar, about his eating habit and sweets and whatnot, about how sugar doesn't affect him and it suits him. All that, I think, maybe around, but I don't recall this that clearly, but I remember him saying about sweat and things like that. Maybe it was in the retreat only. Okay.
If you watched him eat the sugar, so think about lunch. They served a lot of food at those retreats. Like, holy smokes, there was not even time to digest. The point is that during lunch and lunch, they would make those little balls. Is that ladoo? Those little balls with the syrup on them. And he wouldn't even eat lunch. He would come into the cafeteria, get tea, get like 3 or 4 of those things, and then run back out and go to his room.
Yes. Yes, correct. He would just eat the sweets and then he'll say lunch is done for me and he will go away. Yes. Okay, very nice. All right, people. See you all next week. We'll start at Sutra 3. Okay. Namaste.
Thank you, sir. Namaste. Bye, everyone.
Namaste. Thank you, sir.
Namaste.